Hello and welcome to a new UiPath demo. Within this video, we'll cover the new features of the robot component. The first feature is switching to dark mode, as the default one is light. In order to change it, we'll access the General tab where we can find the interface section. In our case, we'll pick dark and click OK. We can now see that the theme has been changed to the dark mode. As a second feature, for training purposes, we'll cover a workflow which is opening Notepad and then pushing the window to the upper left corner. Doing so will allow us to open the fake namegenerator.com website and push it to the left. In this case, we can see both windows, Notepad and the browser we decided to use, Internet Explorer for this example. Afterwards, within an infinite loop, the robot will get the fake name, type it into Notepad, and click Generate to the new website. Well, this project has already been uploaded to the orchestrator and has been connected to the robot. We'll now navigate to Settings and then jump to User Preferences. Now, selecting to keep the robot in the taskbar box will allow us to see the robot located in the bottom left corner. Note that this is the section that allows us to set the keyboard shortcuts for starting the process, pausing or resuming, or stopping the process. We'll now add the shortcuts in the fields mentioned earlier on. Let's check if our new setup works. In order to do so, we'll use the chosen shortcuts to start the process. As you can see, the process started and everything works accordingly. The name from the website is being typed into the Notepad window, and it will carry on doing so as we have set up an infinite loop. Moving on, we'll now use the keyboard shortcuts to pause the process. You might have noticed that the icon has now been updated and the process has been paused. Next, we'll use the same keyboard shortcut to resume the process, and this will lead to a changed icon once more, and to names that are being typed again into Notepad. Lastly, we'll use the keyboard shortcuts for stopping the process. A pop-up message will appear, asking if we're sure about cancelling the process. In this case, we'll select Yes, which will then show the process as available and also the fact that it has stopped. This is all about shortcut keyboards. We'll now move on to the accessibility feature, which is responsible for navigating through the robot by using the keyboard instead of using the mouse. As you can see now, we can easily toggle over several tabs only by using the arrow keys of the keyboard, and we can navigate through the options of the robot. In this case, we can easily navigate to User Preferences, change the theme once more, remove shortcuts, only by using the keyboard. We'll carry on with the Report Status Activity feature, which allows you to keep track of the step you're on as part of the process. It can also be used to inform the users about the tasks or status of the robot's process running in the background. We will shortly go over two workflows in order to understand this feature in depth. The first one is a simple one with an infinite loop, which contains an example of report status with text in it. After starting the process, we'll see that the status text is shown above the process name, and we'll now stop it. In our automation processes, we can have integers which behave like strings. Remember that this is the concept used in the following workflow. Within this workflow, we have an integer variable set as 1, then a do-while loop with the condition of having the variable not equal to 30. The sequence contains a report status activity with the text sequence number plus my variable assigned to the string. Then the delay set to 1 second in order to slow down the process. After adding the delay, we have an assign activity that increments the variable by 1. The way this works is that for each second, the sequence adds +1. Based on this example, you can use report status activity throughout your workflows and make them show you the actual status or state of the process. And that was all for today. Thank you for watching.